Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we'll be installing some HID kits and some LED turn signal bulbs. This HID kit and the LED turn signal bulbs are from HID Kit Pros, and they're located in Washington. This is a 55 watt 6000K HID kit, and it's going to be a huge improvement over the other LED bulbs that I have in terms of brightness, because with a 55 watt, which is very it'll put out a lot of light output, and I went with a 6K because with a 55 watt the color temperature drops, and I think not exactly an expert in this stuff, but I think it would be around like 48 5K or 48K 5K range for the color temperature, since it's the 55 watt ballast. So yeah. So we have, this looks like the H13 bulb itself right here. Let me take a look at that. It's both bulbs right here. And this, they both do high-low. They have a high-low function. And yep, those are the two bulbs there. Well, let's put that over here. So this is the Hilux Ballast that'll be powering the LED bulb, or not the LED, they're not LED anymore. They're HIDs. Kind of heavy, it's thick. Wow, I'm actually surprised how beefy this thing is. And we'll put that right there. I'm assuming this other one from Hilux is the other ballast. Yeah, that's right. And this must be the entire wiring harness. Cool, that's awesome. We got some alcohol prep pads. Anything else in here? We have, I guess, the diagram to install it, but I have a pretty good idea of how this is going to work, so we'll just use this as reference. And here we have the turn signal bulbs right in here. Let me open it up real quick. And you know the plus about this company? They send you candy. I got some sweet tarts, mini chewy. That's actually lit. That's actually awesome. Alright, so these are the turn signal bulbs. Yeah, so they're LED. They're just they're just amber. They're not switchback. Let's see, we have a big ass resistor and another resistor. So depending on if you have whichever sort of wiring system and whichever bulb you have, I actually don't remember off the top of my head which one it is. You're gonna wire the resistor. Well, theoretically it's the same. They're both a resistor between the turn and the ground, except these three bulbs over on the bottom, those three bulb types actually just have an additional parking wire that goes to it. Obviously, because if you turn the dial over to parking and not the actual lights themselves, they'll light up. So I'm pretty sure mine is the second type, the one at the bottom. But yeah, so that's simple enough. The resistors are supplied with, looks like the vampire clip things, so that'll make the install really easy. And yeah, let's get to it. Alright guys, so if you're generally new on installing these HID kits, well, this is the basically wiring portion of it, how it's all laid out. And so what we got going on is we have the controller here, the wire harness controller, and then that actually has a outlet that goes here, which feeds, this is the one of the sockets that will go to the OEM power, where the OEM bulb would plug into. So that's that. This one right here leads to the red terminal of the battery to power the extra stuff. And then we have some wires here. We have some wires going to this way over to this side of the equation, and then you have another one that goes from here this way to this bulb. So what's going on is that we have, splitting off here, we have the ballast, which plugs like this right here, and then we have obviously this wire that comes through. This is fairly simple. I mean, I'm not actually sure which each wire does, but really they just, I mean, they're specifically made for each other, so it should be really easy to identify and see which one plugs into what. And so yeah, and this is you need to ground it obviously somewhere. And then the same thing, this one will travel to the other side of the car. Everything is here, everything will plug in nice and neatly. And yeah, it's actually really not actually as complicated as, you know, you might think it would be. Alright guys, so now with the headlight now off, we can go ahead and start installing the HID. So basically, this has to mount somewhere inside here. I'm actually not sure where I'm going to put the ballast yet. Okay, I'm going to actually start unplugging it because I plugged it all in to show you guys how it would be routed. But right now, I kind of want to just take it all apart for now so that this will go a little more smoothly. Oh, I don't want to lose that. That's important. So first things first, I'm going to try and figure out where to ground it, and I'm thinking this first bolt for the where the fender attaches to the frame. I'm thinking I'm going to use this as a grounding location. So I'm going to go ahead and clean it up a little bit with this sandpaper and use the alcohol prep pads to finish, you know, getting it nice and the surface nice and clean. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. What we have to try and figure out is how we're gonna try and organize the rest of this. Like this is the I guess the wire control unit portion of it. So I actually don't know yet. Meanwhile though, I'm gonna try and get these clips to get under here where the actual light's supposed to go. See if I can get that in there. Because there's a little bit of a tight space because you're working with what's it called? Drop my screwdriver there. Because like the battery tray is like right here. So, and it's like gives you a little bit of room between the metal frame and the battery tray. And so yeah, this portion right here with the fuse on it is going to go to the red terminal. That's easy enough to figure out. I'm just gonna put it over on the red terminal over here, right there. So that's cool. As for the ballast, I was trying to figure out where I could probably mount this without having any clearancing issues, and so I've decided that probably the best way to go here is to, hold on, let me organize this, is to mount it. I think right here. This should actually avoid any sort of problems in terms of clearancing, as long as this part stays kind of flush in there. It'll let me use my sheet metal screws, and I'm gonna use double-sided tape to first get this kind of on there tight. And basically it's like out of the way of the frame itself, and then by like keeping it in line with the frame line itself, I'm pretty sure I can stay out of the way of the headlight housings when they go back on. Alright, with that on there, I'm going to actually test and see if there's any problems with clearancing here. And but otherwise I think it should be okay. Oh yeah, that works. That works just fine actually. And yeah, it will definitely still clearance. Cool, that's awesome. So now it's just a matter of plugging everything in. So you see this yellow and black one right here? Let me zoom in on that one. this yellow and black one right here, this needs to go on the ballast. So basically what I'm gonna do is just take this all the way around and clip this onto the ballast. Like so. Nice. Alright, cool. And the next thing we gotta do is we see that the controller has the OEM plug right here. So that's just gonna go to the where the OEM bulb was located. That's just gonna plug into each other like so. You're gonna take this and that and just smush them together. Easy stuff, right? Now what we're gonna do after we do that is we're going to get the headlight bulbs in actually. So, and then let's see, this plugs into the headlight bulb, and these two that come from the ballast also plug into the HID bulb. But before we do that, actually we need to do stuff for the turn signal. Yeah, we need to do stuff for the turn signal, right? We have to wire in the resistors, right? And we also need to just get the bulbs in. So these are the bulbs. These are nice and simple though. Nothing actually very difficult with this part in of itself, right? So we're gonna take the turn signal bulb, like the connection here, and pretty sure you just plug it in actually. Let it click like that, and that's all good. Alright, so with these alligator clips, pretty sure what happens is this goes into the this side, right, where it gets like it can't go any further, and then this other one feeds into the, I forgot which one. Looks like the ground and the actual turn signal. Well, black is ground. I know that much. Alright, so I finally got the turn signal assembly done. I had a little bit of trouble with this vampire clip, and so basically I had to go get another one. However, everything should work now. I'm going to go ahead and test it, but I have the resistor connected to the LED bulb with the ground and the parking light being the wires that the resistor is going on. Yeah, so actually let me go ahead and test this out. Hallelujah, that is working. Nice. What if I put the resistor, like, I might just zip tie it actually somewhere around here. But yeah, that's good to go. That's pretty freaking bright too. Alright, so now the last thing we gotta do is just connect all of the different connections to the HID bulb. Let's see, so first we have this connection we're gonna make. This one's gonna just slide over here, trying not to mess anything up, and click it in like that. Next one will be this white one we'll do, and it will go to this blue one here. Right? Does that make sense? Actually, hold on. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And let's plug that one in here. And then we finally have the last one, and this one actually comes from the wiring harness control unit itself. So let's. Alright, that's all good to go actually, and we're ready to reinstall everything, which is crazy. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so carefully, without touching the bulb itself, you want to put it inside without and let's see if we can get this to fit in here. Actually, let's take the rubber backing off, get it to lock into place. Boom, now it's locked into place. And now let's do the turn signal bulb, and that should also pretty much lock into place. If I can get it to go in. No, come on then. It's gonna go all the way around. Okay, that's fine. And then that locks. Cool. So that locks. And then finally this little guy will go inside. Before reinstalling the headlights themselves, we're gonna want to go ahead and check to see if they're lighting up. So we're gonna go in here. So let's check. We can see that that one's working. Oh, you know why? Because we haven't actually plugged that into that right there. All right, let's try this again. Let's see if it's working. And yes, it is. That's what we like to see right there. So for this side, you just basically route the wiring harness down this way. I kind of just kept it hidden by the radiator, like cover, I guess, with whatever this black thing is, and it came all the way down. I have everything plugged in. I'm about to mount this up to the top here, and everything else is wired up. Even got the turn signals installed. I checked that and that works, and pretty much nothing to it really. I just gotta clean everything up. Oh, here, because you don't use this OEM socket, right? I kind of just taped it off, so you know, save it a little bit just in case. You never know what will happen. But yeah, so that's all good. That's done. This needs to go up there. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and bolt this up, and I'm gonna show you guys a final look in the nighttime. Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm very happy with the HID kit that I bought from HID Kit Pros. I highly recommend you guys go check out their website. I'll have it linked down in the description below. But if you guys enjoy this content, you want to see more stuff like this, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys.